Welcome, beautiful people, welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling good. I am glad to be back with another video, and in today's video I'll be doing my match preview. What will be my expectations for the game tomorrow? We'll be going to Wembley. We'll be facing Liverpool. Now, I know in my previous video I said that maybe Liverpool might be a bit lenient with us, but Klopp has made it absolutely clear that that is not the case. They are looking to win this as much as possible. Yes, which one is more important? Premier League? Is it the Champions League? Is it the FA Cup? Depends on how you look at it, but for Chelsea, this is the only title we're competing for, so it's very, very important to us. I mean, yes, we dropped out of so many competitions throughout the season, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Take your L's and move. In terms of the game tomorrow, now some good news. Now, in terms of the injuries, I'll be telling you who will be able to play and who won't be able to play. I have a bit of some transfer news, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, my predicted starting 11 and my score prediction. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now let's jump right into it. So in terms of some Chelsea news, now who is out? Of course, Ben Chilwell and Callum Hudson-Odoi have been ruled out completely. I don't think they'll be able to participate in any more games throughout the season, so it's safe to say that they're out, but they have been training, so that's a positive sign. Hopefully pre-season next season it will be a good start for them. So in terms of the other two players, now N'Golo Kante and Kovacic. In terms of Kante came back to training today, some good news. But in terms of Kovacic, it's looking a bit tricky. Of course, he got an injury on a recurring injury. So Thomas Tuchel mentioned that yes, the ligament is already torn, but in terms of the swelling, it is still there, and it's going to be a bit tough to determine whether he's going to be available on Saturday, tomorrow. Now, this is some bad news. I know, as much as we would like Kovacic to return, I don't think his injury will allow. Luckily, it was not a serious injury, and if the swelling can go down, he should be able to come, even if as a substitution, because Kovacic makes a difference, although he made the mistake during the Leeds game. No, the Wolves game. But we forgive him because of the goal he gave us during the Liverpool game. So in terms of the game tomorrow, now I have high expectations. At least let us win. If you're able to score as many goals as possible and maintain a high defense, we'll be able to do a good job. Now, Liverpool is not a Leeds. Leeds has been struggling throughout this season, and Liverpool will be coming for our blood. They have already won the Carabao Cup, so they have a title to brag about, but they will be looking to win the FA Cup and the Champions League if it's possible. So they will be doing the most, but we need to do the most too. Now, this is literally the only chance we have, yeah? So if we do not take it, then I would be surprised, because it's either we don't rate the FA Cup or we just don't want to play, because this is our final chance to have at it as a trophy. So I have high expectations, and this time I feel like I will say a draw so that it ends up being a win. I'm kind of a bit superstitious at this point, because each time I predict a win, we always end up having a draw or a loss. So I don't want to jinx it. So in terms of some transfer news, I thought I should also mention Chelsea are tracking PSV midfielder Ibrahim Sangare, who's valued currently at £30 million. Then also in terms of our defender, Chelsea are interested in signing Napoli defender Kalidou Koulibaly and have held talks with the agent Fali Ramadani. However, it will take a super offer to convince the Napoli owner to let him go. So in terms of the transfer news, I thought I would mention these are just rumors. Nothing has been confirmed yet. It's good to see that we're already hunting for players. Now, in terms of Koulibaly, I have seen that he plays really well when he's called upon. Might he be the perfect replacement for Rudiger? Now, Rudiger he is irreplaceable, but he's just Rudiger, and with everything that comes with him, of course, we are going to miss his character. So that is in terms of the transfer news, and it is good to see that we are already putting our eyes out there. Man City have already made the major signing of Haaland. It was all over, everybody was talking about it, but we as Chelsea need to focus on our squad. As I said, we have to rebuild the defenders team, the defenders squad from ground up, because almost each and every single one of our defenders is leaving. That was in terms of who is out and some of the transfer rumors that have been circulating. So let's jump into who I think Thomas Tuchel might go with in terms of the starting 11. In terms of goal, now Kepa has been the FA Cup goalkeeper, but let's mainly do this one because Liverpool is fairly strong. The outside box shots sometimes very strong, too strong for Kepa, but sometimes Mendy is able to do it. Not every time, but when he's able to do it, he does a good job. So I feel like Mendy should just stick in that position. He's been doing well. Yes, some clean sheets, from the last game, so it's a positive for him to start. Then in terms of the back three, now I will be having Rudiger, Thiago Silva. I think we really need that experience between those two. And then this might come with a bit of controversy, but I feel like Chalobah should start. I mean, the player, yes, makes mistakes as a young player, but he needs to get the experience. Where will he get the experience from? From playing more minutes. So I feel like Chalobah will be suited to start in this game. Now, if we feel like, okay, Liverpool is a bit strong in terms of the front three, make the substitutions, okay? Because we have a Salah, we have a Mane. We need to have a very strong defense. Now, Chalobah might not have the experience that Thiago Silva and Rudiger have, but he has the zeal, he has the motivation, he pushes the ball forward. He's not afraid to take risks, and that's what I love about Chalobah. So in terms of the midfield, now, of course, with our injuries, I feel like it's going to be too sensitive for the likes of Kovacic to start. So I'll be having, in terms of my left wing back, Marcus Alonso. It is what it is. Then in terms of the pivot, I feel like Jorginho and Kante will be stepping up in terms of the first half. Now, if we see that there's a bit of an issue with how the ball is moving in the midfield, because the midfield determines how the ball, perhaps is either creating chances or is giving us a threat as Chelsea. So we have to be very careful in terms of the midfield. I'll be having Jorginho and Kante to start, just due to the level of experience. In terms of Jorginho, he's very good in terms of 1-2 step passing, and he's very fast in terms of propelling the ball forward. But in terms of staying back when sometimes maybe there's a penalty, there's a corner kick, N'Golo Kante is always staying behind to make sure that we are covered and there's no threat. So that is why I feel like the duo really works. The duo works well together. I would have preferred Kovacic to start instead of either Kante or Jorginho, but it is what it is. I don't think he'll be able to start with his foot, and will not want to possibly create more irritation to the injury. Then in terms of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, of course, he was phenomenal in the other game. Will he be given a chance? I feel like if he comes in as substitution and we probably need that extra juice, he will do the job. So that is how I feel about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Stay in as a standby, probably coming in as substitution, but that is in terms of the midfield. Then in terms of the right wing back, Reece James, he has been phenomenal. He has, in terms of creating chances, defending, kudos. Reece James, that right wing back role will suit him really well. Then in terms of the front three, now the front three, there has been a lot of debate online on who should start our game tomorrow. It's only fair that Lukaku starts based on his last two performances. I feel like he has earned the spot. He has earned the spot, and that's the most certain person I am. And in terms of Mason Mount too, Mason Mount has been nicking goals every chance he's getting. Now they're competing, as I said, with Lukaku in terms of the highest goal scorer in Chelsea. Healthy competition, I love it. So in terms of the front three, Mason Mount, I'll be having Lukaku at the pivot. No, I'll be having Mason Mount. Now I feel like Kai Havertz in terms of finishing, he is also great. So we need our best finishers in this game. This is not a joking game. This is a game where we are going for blood. It's going to be heated. I know it's going to be a whole lot of drama. Hopefully nobody gets a red card, and if they do, I hope it's Liverpool. Anyway, in terms of my front three, I'll be having Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and I'll be having Lukaku up front. I feel like this trio should work well, because in terms of finishing in the last few games, they have been doing great. Havertz has not been getting a lot of game time, but I feel like when he's called upon, he always shows up. So that will be my starting 11. In terms of my score prediction, I hope we don't have to go for penalty shootouts, because that is what caused us to lose the last time. Kepa did this one, okay? So I really want us to be focused. Let us score as many goals as possible within the first half. Liverpool will probably want to do the same, and the team that goes up first will probably want to defend till the end. But the thing about Chelsea, once we go up, we don't know how to defend. We all of a sudden feel too comfortable and just lose it. We cannot allow this to happen. We have to stay sharp throughout the game. Make sure we have to give it our best. We have to give it our best, and we just have to win. We have to win, and I am praying for a win. So I am predicting a win for Chelsea. Let us carry the FA Cup title Yes, we've been kicked out of the UEFA Champions. Yes, we've been kicked out of the Carabao Cup, but we focus on FA Cup tomorrow. Can we do it? I absolutely believe so. Will this be a challenge? Absolutely yes, a very tough challenge, but keep the blue flag flying high. Keep the blue flag flying high. Bye, guys. Oh, please subscribe. Please subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Ciao, ciao.